I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
This movie got me so goddamn angry. This movie made me sick. That's allergies. But this movie made me so fucking angry it got me sick. No, it's allergies. No, this movie fucking... It's like my body is telling me that, yeah, it's the anger cells being fueled by rage, but it's getting mixed up with the signals of my brain saying, you must be sick. No, yeah, I'm sick of this fucking shitty action movies by this fucking guy, Alexander Nevsky. I know you're a Russian bodybuilder. You're not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Stop it. You may think you're Arnold, but you're not Arnold. You don't have the presence of Arnold. You don't have the sense of humor Arnold. And even Arnold, I'm sorry, he didn't speak English better than you. Hey, if you're still trying to learn English, cool. Learn it, then continue movies. Or, you know what, don't. Just the last fucking film I talked about with him was Showdown in Manila. Which, that rant is on the channel. I think that was a piece of shit. Directed by Dacascos, who is in it. And he directed that movie, Dacascos. Showdown Manila. I'd rather eat a box of vanilla. The movie fucking sucked. And this movie fucking sucked as well. It wasn't directed by Dacascos, although he's in this one as well. It's directed by the guy, and I know a lot of people don't like this director, but I like a couple of his films. I can't pronounce the fucking director's name, but it's the guy who did Romeo Must Die, Cradle to the Grave, Exit Wounds, Doom. I like those movies. A lot of people don't. I do. I like Doom from 2005. I'll take that over the new Doom. I like Exit Wounds. Cradle to the Grave I saw in the theater. I enjoyed it for what it is. I reviewed Cradle to the Grave. I reviewed Exit Wounds. I reviewed Romeo Must Die. I think I reviewed Doom. I reviewed those movies. I liked them. You want to know why? Feel free to watch the reviews. You don't have to agree, but those are my opinions. This, Jesus. Sprite Jesus didn't star in it. I mean, you got Dacascos, Matthias Hughes, Tom Arnold, which made sense since he worked with the director on Cradle to the Grave and Exit Wounds, Kelly Hu, Dacascos, which again made sense, I guess, just Cradle to the Grave. Dacascos was in. I keep forgetting. That's one of my flaws with Trejo to the Grave, is his fight with Jet Li should have been much bigger and better. William Baldwin is in this. Eric Roberts. The thing is, a lot of these people are in this and they do nothing. Because a lot of it is Alexander Nevsky trying to learn the English fucking language. And he has this other guy who's a partner, and they keep having these nicknames, Papa Bear and Baby Bear. How about you kiss my bare ass? Danny Trejo's in this for 5 minutes. He's near the beginning as a crime boss who one of his henchmen hits one of the good guys in the back of the head with a crowbar, but he's not dead because he shows up later. I think he shows up later in the film. I don't even remember what the fuck he did. Tom Arnold and Kelly Hu are boxing. I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to do? Rip off the scene of Broken Arrow? So Kelly Hu beats the fuck out of Tom Arnold, beats the fuck out of this other guy. Mark Dacascos is one of our villains. Because the whole plot of the film, I could barely gather because I was so bored with this movie. I'm just going to read the plot. A failed terrorist assassination attempt on the U.S. Secretary of State while he's visiting Moscow for international negotiations results in the abduction of his granddaughter. The failed terrorist assassination is Mark Dacascos and Matthias Hughes, who are working together. They try to shoot a rocket and it misses the helicopter. The U.S. Secretary of State, that's played by Eric Roberts. His granddaughter, whatever. Special agents from the CIA, which includes Kelly Hu and Tom Arnold and some other guy who really what he did was just impressions of people like Eric Roberts. I forget who the fuck this guy's name was. And then the FSB, which includes Alexander Nevsky, thinking he's Arnold, and whoever the fuck his butt buddy was. I don't remember. William Baldwin, he probably did this scene in one day because all you do is see him on a computer screen. They even credited him as Man in Shadows. He's not even in fucking shadows. What are you talking about, Man in Shadows? He's not in the shadows. Okay, that'd be like me saying I'm in the shadows. Literally, what you see on the screen is what William Baldwin does in broad fucking daylight. How is he the man in the shadows? So they can't even credit correctly. Bylene, she's a nympho girl who can barely fucking talk. So like most of her fucking movies, she can barely understand what the hell she's saying. The only semblance of any iota of fucks I could give of this movie is Mark Dacascos as one of the villains who's working with Matthias Hughes, that apparently this character he plays used to be an actor. And he was on a show called Shaolin Cop. And so, Mark Dacascos is trying to have a bit of fun. He's trying. There's people recognize him. They either think he's Jet Li or Lou Diamond Phillips. That's the one moment I chuckled. Where they go, oh, he's Jet Li. I'm like, wow, okay. No, he's Lou Diamond Phillips. I don't know why that made me chuckle. But the other humor, they try so hard to be funny at times. Like the good guys, pretty boy, more like Prince bullshit. And the other characters going, ha 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 ha, as if it's the funniest fucking thing ever. Yeah, side plot of the granddaughter going with her fucking, I guess her boyfriend who's also in Moscow. That's why she tagged along even though she wasn't supposed to. Because she was supposed to go to Moscow, but she hid on the plane, and then they lost her, and then she's tagging around with this other guy, that her boyfriend. And then Tom Arnold, at times, he's talking, and it sounds okay. Other times he's talking, his voice is so fucking hoarse. What the fuck's going on? Tom Arnold sometimes looks like he wants to buff fuck Alexander Nevsky. What did you drink as a child? Godzilla milk? There's a lot of running gags that don't work. Like the one guy he does impersonations, including Eric Roberts. Tom Arnold, I swear one of his running gags is he gotta use the bathroom. Mark Dacascos' running gag is he keeps thinking of his show Shaolin Cop. If it seems like this movie just goes where the fuck it wants, that's pretty much what it is. And I will be honest, this is one of those films that when it got to the second half of the film, I just lost interest. I'm trying to pay attention, but my mind wanders like a fucking man in the desert looking for water, desperate to be out of this. Just because I just didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit about the plot. Action? There's barely any fucking action. A lame, lousy car chase. Hell, if you thought the helicopter bits in London Is Falling was bad CG, this is a lot worse. London Is Falling at least was fast-paced and dumb fun. This... Other than the few moments of Mark Dacascos I could... Other times Mark Dacascos doing silly shit like being Olay with this assistant and this over-the-top music. Long story short, the kids did... The granddaughter of the Secretary of State and this other guy, they get caught. They need to get him. Alexander Nevsky breaks Matthias Hughes' neck. Almost like nothing. It's not even really a fight. Oh, when he kills Mark Dacascos, first off, he's like, why do bad actors talk too much? Speak for yourself, Nevsky. Who the fuck was the bright idea to give him that line? Alexander Nevsky, a guy who's barely trying to comprehend the English language. Not trying to be mean, I'm just being honest. And he's saying, why do bad actors talk too much? Look in the mirror and say it. What the fuck? And then he literally references Commando. That's how much he wants to be Arnold. Because he has Mark Dacascos off the side of a building. Interrogation skill I learned from a friend of mine. Oh, you mean like Arnold? Are you ready to go? Remember I promised to kill you last? I lied. He doesn't say that. No, instead he lets Dacascos go. Then Mark decides to do something stupid. He flings Mark. He falls off a building, dies. William Baldwin pretty much is threatened. He's not really stopped. He's pretty much threatened. And again, his entire performance, Billy Baldwin, is from a computer screen. There's a mole within Eric Roberts' group, and they get that guy out, and Kelly Hu beats that guy up. There's barely any action. When it's there, you'll see better action on TV shows. The story is... You will give so less of a shit, your mind will wander. At least mine did. It tries to force out humor and running gags, and they're not funny. And I'm sorry, Alexander Nevsky, you're not movie star material. You're not action movie material. You proved in Showdown Manila. You proved in this. I know you got some power and money to produce these movies, but do us all a favor. And granted, this was like 2017. He hasn't done anything since. So maybe someone gave him the memo. I'm obviously not the only one, because this has a low-ass rating on IMDb. And Maximum Impact, I mean... That sounds like a movie that PM Entertainment would make. But they would actually make it good. And fun. I think it's on Tubi TV for free. If you want to suffer. It's funny, all the trailers have Danny Trejo's face, but he's in it for like 5 minutes. If that. That's Don Sanchez. I'll be honest, I don't even remember what the fuck happened to Danny Trejo. I'm assuming he got killed. I don't fucking remember. 2.0. Yeah, this film is so good as a 2.0. Let's read some of the IMDb. I'm just curious. This will be fun. Let's see. 1 out of 10. Big time trash. C-class movie, C-class actors, made for money laundering. Does not worth to watch. Maybe English isn't his first language. 2 out of 10. Painful to watch. There's some pretty decent actors in this. All wasted with a terrible script with little action. And comedy full of mudding for the camera instead of any attempt at performing. Terrible. 2 out of 10. 12 minutes in, I decided this wasn't the movie for me, which is a shame. There's a few recognizable faces in the cast. Guess they were desperate for money. Apparently, there's something I don't know, because this is the second person, 1 out of 10. This is a money laundry movie-making project of Nevsky and his thug team that do not mind filming predictably horrible Hollywood blockbusters as Nevsky loves to name his lame masterpieces. This is the second person that mentioned this. So is this true that this and Showdown Manila? I mean, Mark directed that, so I don't know. Maybe he didn't know. Is this some money laundry thing? By using the movie? That seems like a fucking movie of itself. A talentless, narcissistic, anabolic user wants to look not less than Arnold and Sylvester, while not really understanding what he actually is. If you want to ruin a couple of hours of your precious life and tease your brain on dumb and extreme visuals, along with laughably bad acting of Nevsky and his circus group, then get to see at least a couple of his movies and regret about the decision later. I already regret it, man. I agree with you. I regret that. One word, disaster. But they wouldn't let me say one word. What a shame. This movie's not worth any more words. 1 out of 10. I got only 40 minutes into the movie and turned it off. I'm not making this up. That's the second person that tried to watch it and left. I wanted to do the same, but this was a request. And I'm going to finish. If someone's going to request it on Patreon, PayPal, I will finish the movie. And if I did, because I saw the fucking reference Commando. Interrogation tactic I learned from a friend of mine. Oh, you learned it from watching Commando? Does Arnold don't know who the fuck you are? Come on. Maybe he met you one time because you're a bodybuilder. 3 out of 10. Bizarre Russian comedy thriller made with a rather distinguished cast of B-movie actors and a sluggish, meandering storyline. That's a good word, meandering. Exactly. That does little more than join the dots between dialogue scenes. The comedy is quirky variety, excruciatingly unfunny. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, Mark Dacascos, he's a bit hammy as the bad guy. I agree. Born Russian heroes. Cameos from the likes of Danny Trejo, Bialing, Tom Arnold, and more. I mean, I'll just end it there. I mean, that says it all. Yeah, people saying it's a money laundry scheme. At least 2 people. I just read a couple of them. At least 2 people that fucking couldn't finish the movie. You know, I dare some of my friends like Mike and Effrey to watch this film. I dare them. I mean, I know there's a lot of horrible stuff going on. I dare them to watch a movie like this. For free. For free. Don't pay for it. It might be on Tubi TV. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to make them suffer like I suffered. But I still thank Jeff Thompson for it because it was nice of him to do so. And I said I will do any movie. Review, re-review, whatever. And this was 2.0. It deserves it. Or lower. I can't think of a single nice thing to say about this movie. It does meander. There's barely any action. The comedy's bad. Nevsky is fucking horrible. Stay the fuck away, Nevsky. But thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.